He spent all his savings on a first-class ticket, hoping to strike a business deal with the richest man in the country. But after a brief handshake, the tycoon began obsessively disinfecting his hands. Then, with a word to his bodyguard, he had the man escorted to economy class. Furious, Mara insisted he had every right to stay in first class. He paid for the seat. But he had underestimated the power of capital. The tycoon leaned over and whispered something to the flight attendant. Moments later, the plane began to turn around. "You may own the ticket," the tycoon said, "but I own the plane, my friend." Because of the tycoon's word, Mara was humiliated and kicked off the flight. What the billionaire didn't know was that the poor man he cast aside would one day rise to become his fiercest competitor. As Mara walked out of the airport, a mysterious white-haired man named Babu approached him. He had overheard Mara's plan on the plane to launch a low-cost airline in a country where 90% of people couldn't afford to fly. It was a massive opportunity, but there was a problem. Buying airplanes wasn't cheap. Babu challenged Mara, "If you want my help, you'll need solid proof that your idea works." So Mara brought him to a humble restaurant and ordered a simple pizza. At first, Babu looked disgusted, but after one bite, his expression changed. It tasted like it came from a 5-star hotel. "That's the point," Mara said. "The food in 5-star hotels is made with the same ingredients as street restaurants, it's just 10 times the price. Air travel can work the same way. Cut out luxury. Focus on function. No business class. No meals. Maximize space for economy seats. Cheap tickets. High volume. Small profits. Big returns." Babu was blown away. He finally saw the genius behind Mara's vision, but there was still a hurdle. To secure funding, they needed approval from the company's board. After a thorough risk assessment, every shareholder opposed the idea. Buying aircraft was expensive, and regulatory approval wasn't guaranteed. Then Mara dropped a bombshell. "We won't buy planes, we'll lease them." It was shortly after September 11th, and Boeing had dozens of unsold aircraft. They could lease planes at half price. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but it wouldn't last long. The board agreed, but there was a catch. The funds would take 6 months to arrive. Babu asked Mara to cover the initial $6 million in rental fees himself. Mara mortgaged his home and farmland, but still the stars will shine. Due to copyright restrictions, this is as far as we can show you of the movie. The title of the film is Surarai Patru.